9 everyday breakfast foods that trigger strokes after 60. Did you know that every 40 seconds, an American senior is hospitalized due to a stroke? That's right. Every time you glance at your phone, another person is rushed to the ER, often without warning. The scariest part? Many of these strokes are preventable, and the culprit might be sitting on your breakfast table. Studies show that certain breakfast habits can triple your stroke risk, increasing the chances of brain damage, speech difficulties, or permanent disability. You might sip your morning coffee, unaware that your arteries are silently clogging, your blood thickening, setting the stage for a life-altering stroke. In this guide, we'll uncover 9 everyday breakfast foods that skyrocket stroke risk. Number 2 is likely in your fridge right now. We'll also reveal 3 brain-protecting superfoods that can dramatically lower your risk. Let's dive in. The 9 dangerous breakfasts. Foods: pancakes and waffles. Nothing beats a stack of pancakes or waffles dripping with syrup on a cozy morning. But for those over 60, these breakfast favorites are a hidden threat. Why they're dangerous. Frozen or store-bought pancakes and waffles are loaded with refined carbohydrates, stripped of fiber and nutrients. These carbs spike blood sugar, triggering insulin surges that damage blood vessels over time. The science. A 2019 study in the American Heart Association journal linked high refined carb diets to ischemic strokes caused by blood clots. Hidden danger. Many contain trans fats, which inflame arteries, lower good HDL cholesterol, and raise bad LDL cholesterol. Tip: swap for whole grain versions or limit to occasional treats to reduce risk. 8. Store-bought muffins. Blueberry or bran muffins sound wholesome, but they're often far from healthy. Why they're dangerous. Made with refined flour, heaps of sugar, and hydrogenated oils, some muffins have more sugar than a donut. They're also high in sodium, which raises blood pressure, a top stroke risk factor. The science. The CDC notes that the combo of sugar, salt, and bad fats damages blood vessels from multiple angles. Hidden danger. Muffins are calorie-dense but nutrient-poor, depriving your body of vitamins needed for healthy blood flow. Tip: bake your own with whole grain flour and natural sweeteners like fruit. 7. Bacon. The irresistible smell of bacon is hard to resist, but it's one of the worst choices for stroke prevention. Why it's dangerous. Bacon is high in saturated fat and sodium, which raise LDL cholesterol and blood pressure. It also contains nitrates and nitrites, preservatives linked to inflammation and oxidative stress. The science. A 2021 circulation study found that processed meats like bacon increase cardiovascular disease and stroke risk by 43%. Tip: try turkey bacon or plant-based alternatives with less saturated fat and sodium. 6. Flavored yogurts. That fruity yogurt might seem like a healthy choice, but it's often a sugar bomb in disguise. Why it's dangerous. Most flavored yogurts are packed with added sugars, sometimes as much as a candy bar. This spikes blood sugar, causing inflammation and weakening arteries. Some also contain artificial sweeteners, which disrupt gut health and increase insulin resistance. The science. A 2020 nutrients meta-analysis linked high sugar intake to increased stroke risk, especially in older adults. Tip: opt for plain Greek yogurt and sweeten it naturally with fresh fruit. 5. White toast with butter. A simple slice of white toast with butter feels harmless, but it's a sneaky saboteur. Why it's dangerous. White bread is a refined carb that spikes blood sugar, while most commercial butters are high in saturated fats, raising LDL cholesterol and encouraging plaque buildup. The science. Plaque in arteries can break off and cause a stroke, especially in aging blood vessels. Tip: switch to whole grain bread and use avocado or olive oil instead of butter. 4. Fast food breakfast sandwiches. Convenient and tasty, but these sandwiches are a stroke risk disaster. Why they're dangerous. Packed with processed meats, artificial cheese, and refined bread, they're loaded with sodium and saturated fats. A single sandwich can exceed your daily sodium limit, raising blood pressure. The science. A 2018 Journal of Clinical Hypertension study tied frequent fast food consumption to higher stroke risk. Tip: Make a homemade version with whole grain bread, eggs, and fresh veggies. 3. Granola and granola bars. Granola sounds healthy, but most store-bought versions are trouble. Why it's dangerous. High in sugars and unhealthy oils, granola causes blood sugar spikes and inflammation. Many contain omega-6 fatty acids, which, in excess, promote inflammation. The science. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition links high omega-6 to omega-3 ratios to cardiovascular disease, including strokes. Tip. Make your own granola with nuts, seeds, and minimal sweetener. 2. Orange juice and store-bought fruit juices. It's in nearly every fridge, but orange juice isn't the health hero you think. Why it's dangerous. High in fructose, it spikes blood sugar and raises triglycerides. Leading to atherosclerosis, hardened arteries. Without fiber, even 100% juice acts like soda in your bloodstream. The science. A 2019 British Medical Journal study linked high fruit juice intake to increased cardiovascular risk. Tip. Eat whole fruits instead to get fiber and avoid sugar spikes. 1. Processed cereals. Topping the list, processed cereals are a stroke risk nightmare, despite their heart-healthy labels. Why they're dangerous. Loaded with sugars, refined carbs, and sodium, they cause insulin spikes, erode blood vessels, and raise blood pressure. They also lack satiety, leading to overeating. The Science, a 2022 Journal of the American College of Cardiology study, found ultra-processed foods increase stroke risk by 30%. Tip. Choose oatmeal or whole grain cereals with no added sugars. 3 stroke shielding superfoods. Now for the good news. These 3 foods can protect your brain and lower stroke risk. 3. Blueberries. These tiny fruits are stroke-fighting powerhouses. Why they help. Rich in anthocyanins, antioxidants, they improve blood vessel function and reduce inflammation. They're low in sugar, preventing blood sugar spikes. The Science, a 2013 circulation study found that high anthocyanin intake lowers heart attack and stroke risk by 32%. How to use. Add to yogurt, oatmeal, or eat fresh frozen. 2. Avocados. More than a trendy toast topper, avocados are heart-healthy heroes. Why they help. Packed with monounsaturated fats, they lower LDL cholesterol and raise HDL cholesterol. They're also high in potassium, which regulates blood pressure. The Science. A 2015 BMJ meta-analysis linked higher potassium intake to lower stroke risk. How to use. Spread on whole grain toast or blend into smoothies. 1. Walnuts. A true brain food, walnuts are a must for stroke prevention. Why they help. Loaded with omega-3 fatty acids and magnesium, they reduce inflammation and support healthy blood vessels. The Science. A 2019 nutrient study linked walnut consumption to improved endothelial function, reducing clot risk. How to use. Sprinkle on oatmeal, blend into smoothies, or eat a small handful. Take control of your breakfast. Take control of your health. Stroke risk is real, especially after 60, but you have the power to fight back. By avoiding these 9 dangerous breakfast foods and embracing brain-protecting superfoods like blueberries, avocados, and walnuts, you can lower your risk and boost your overall health. Start small. Swap out one risky food for a healthier option today. These changes could mean the difference between vibrant health and a life-altering stroke. Which of these foods surprised you most? Have you made changes to your breakfast routine? Share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear from you.